Hello, everyone. This is Missy Hayes from Greater Wildwood Chamber of Commerce, and I want to thank you for joining us for today's Log On to Learn. Today, we are very grateful to have Chris Stenger, who is the director of the Cape May County Bizhub, which is located on conveniently, the Cape May County campus of Atlantic Cape Community College. And so whether you are an entrepreneur or you have a new business startup or you have an existing business that you just may need some guidance with, the Cape May County Bizhub can certainly help you with that. And Chris, if you could just share about the Bizhub and how they can help folks in the county.
Well, thank you very much for having me, and I'd love to. I'm Chris Stenger. I'm the new director of the Cape May County Bizhub here at the Cape May Courthouse branch of Atlantic Cape Community College. I just started in November, and I'll kind of be giving you a little bit of an overview of kind of how we got here, the types of services we offer, and kind of to who we offer those services to. So kind of starting with a general vision, we envision the Bizhub of being a one-stop shop for supporting diversified, vibrant year-round economy within Cape May County that supports all stages of business development, a fully employed workforce and the ability to innovate and evolve with the needs of the community. Kind of our mission in short is we aim to be that small business resource for the entirety of Cape May County. The Cape May County Bizhub aims to be a leading business resource working as an active part of the concentrated county-wide effort to educate, develop, support, and attract businesses that contribute to the overall growth of the Cape May County economy. So, this should be a place where you can come to get your answer or the answers to your questions. If you're starting a brand new business or you're an existing business that's trying to grow or pivot, we're here to support you with access to free and low-cost services, whether that's, online or in-person training, really just tailored to meet your individual needs after you meet with, a Bizhub coach like myself. Like I said, we're local in the Cape May Courthouse campus of Atlantic Cape Community College, right near that Home Goods and TJ Maxx and Popeyes and all that right there. We're just right up the road, right near the zoo. We're available and ready to meet you anywhere in your local community. You can just request a coach on cmcbizhub.com, and I'll provide a little bit more follow-on information about that. Kind of just a little bit of information about kind of how we got here. We had funding through the New Jersey Economic Development Association. They basically started a few years ago the process of just saying, hey, that they really wanted to spur economic development within Cape May County and businesses and small businesses, and they, through this grant, kind of started focus groups to see what small business owners need. And one of the things they kept consistently coming up with is we really just want a one-stop shop place we can go to ask our questions and get connected with our services. Because, you can spend weeks Googling the myriad of services and opportunities that are offered to small businesses within New Jersey. And we aim to just kind of be a way to just cut through all that noise to figure out what exactly is it that small business owner needs and point you in that right direction with a vetted network partner. We started with that. We had further organizational funding through the USDA, and then our current operational funding is through Senate appropriations through Senator Cory Booker. Also, Crest Savings Bank has been a great funding partner. They help us with a lot of our day-to-day costs and needs, as well as a lot of our membership associations. We're members of all of the business associations and chambers of commerce throughout the county. So you'll see me. If you go to any of those Chamber of Commerce meetings, you'll hopefully see me, and please come up and say hi. We also work closely with Cape May County. One of our consultants is, as part of his personal business, he's actually his name's Joe Molyneux. You might recognize that name. He's the director in Cape May County Economic Development, but he was also a former director of the Small Business Development Center in Stockton. So he's one of the key consultants that we work with to kind of help me be a little bit more dangerous for the small business owner and the startup, but also just to help. Really, he's seen hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these iterations of small businesses starting up or small businesses trying to pivot or grow, and he's going to be a huge help to helping us navigate the waters, because he's seen it 100 times, and he's helping me out quite a bit with that. And that kind of leads me into our business service partner network. One of the main things that I've been doing since I started here in November is really just searching online for local service providers to support small businesses, and that's in accounting, legal services, insurance, marketing, and banking. We've gone and found great reputation organizations and individuals who provide these professional business services, that they've established an agreement with us that when you come here and, if you have your one-on-one consultation with me and you say, hey, accounting is a real functional area, that you have some gaps that you really need to be connected with somebody, they will be providing a free initial consultation with reasonably priced services following up with that. But that was a big part of their partnership with us, is setting up that free initial consultation so you can really get some value up front, especially for that new startup. But that's everything from business planning, strategy and analysis, financial management, marketing, website development, social media management, operations, legal, insurance needs, whatever that might be. We will be able to help point you in the right direction of somebody who they know what the small business needs, that they work with a lot of small businesses, and that they're going to be a great resource for you. Second, looking at mentoring and coaching, this kind of goes hand in hand with those professional service, that professional services network. But together with SCORE, the Service Corps of Retired Executives, I'm sure some of your Greater Wildwood Chamber of Commerce businesses are aware of SCORE. They're a great resource, provide those just really seasoned executives to be able to help mentor you through the entirety of a process, whether that be as an existing business or a new business. But that's also part of where I come in as a Bizhub coach, being that mentor and that coach that's going to be able to help kind of walk with you throughout the entire process. If you're hitting a brick wall, we're here to help, work with you to find the right business service, the right professional to help you, gain the tools that you need to be successful down the road. That's, print and digital marketing, business plan development, whatever that may be, looking for funding or trying to find the right funding opportunity. We're here to help guide you through that entire process. So it's not just a one and done consultation. It's an ongoing process. Next we have training and educational opportunities. Obviously there's a lot of benefits to being staged here at the Atlantic Cape Community College. We have a incredible course book of credited courses and degrees, as well as professional series certificates. But also, if you're an existing business owner and you need to upskill some of your employees, or you're an entrepreneur that you have some potential gaps where you need some skill training, we have an amazing workforce development short-term programs and like single-day workshops. So if you need training for your business on Excel, or training on QuickBooks, or hey, you need some people certified in project management or Lean Six Sigma black belt, or whatever that may be. So you need sales training. We have a lot of options here for the startup owner or the startup entrepreneur, as well as the existing business owner, to fill those skill gaps throughout your organization. And then finally, looking at some of the online resources. That's kind of going back to, obviously in-person meeting one-on-one with me. I'm happy to meet you either where you are over Zoom, or we can meet here at my office in Cape May Courthouse. But also the online resource, the website, we're going to be constantly building out to provide you with a really easy to use, one-stop location for a lot of these resources. Hopefully kind of just curating a list of websites that you can go to, the key toolkits and programs and services on their website, so you're not having to navigate all these websites trying to find good access to business plan templates or anything like that. We're going to curate. We have already a good list of curated resources, but we're going to be further fleshing that out with good blog posts and things like that, talking about local ordinances and laws, state business registration process, federal business regulations, small business development information, things like that. And then finally, looking at our business seminars and professional networking. Kind of one of the core purposes of the Bizhub is going to be connect business people like you with the right resources, individuals and organizations, as well as that next level of upskilling. So, talking about some of the networking events that we're going to be putting on, obviously some small business networking events, getting small business owners together, either here at the college or trying to kind of spread the love all throughout the county, and trying to get people within their local community, get these events throughout the county. But also, things like professional business service mixers, having, booths lined around with, legal services professionals, banking professionals, so you can really have more one-on-one conversations that you might not feel comfortable, asking in more of a group forum. And as far as a group forum or group seminar format, we're going to have a wide variety of seminars on topics throughout the year, such as, building a successful business plan, funding your small business, marketing for small business, social media marketing, small business accounting and record keeping, things like developing a pricing strategy for your business, what I wish I knew before starting my business, things like that. So there's going to be a wide variety of seminars, as well as we're going to be co-marketing and kind of curating a lot of the, you know, NJSBDC workshops and online webinars, so that you're keeping apprised of what the SBA is putting out on a regular basis, so that you don't have to constantly be on 3 different mailing lists or 4 different mailing lists to get access to a lot of these online resources. And then looking at the Bizhub physical resources. So located here at Cape May Courthouse, one of the things that we're going to be offering is kind of a WeWork type space. So, if you're an at-home business, or, you're kind of a decentralized business and you just need access to some more professional facilities, but you don't necessarily have that type of funding to have a formal office space, we're going to have a whole wing set up here where you have, access to free Wi-Fi and open computer lab, access to virtual meeting capability with private rooms, open and private collaborative meeting spaces, actual office desks set up with some basic office supplies, a phone, a computer, so that you can kind of do some of your basic needs if you're on the move or on the road throughout the county. We also have the capacity to hold large seminars, up to 100 people here with some of our larger lecture halls, and obviously printer, fax, and scan being available on site for your use. So that's one of the things we're really excited to be able to offer here. Kind of that really cool WeWorkspace, and being able to provide that. All you got to do is just call or email, info@cmcbizhub.com, or you can call me at 609-463-4586 to be able to schedule one of those rooms and check availability.
And can you tell us what the website is for the BizHub?
Sure, it's cmcbizhub.com. So just cmcbizhub.com.
And people can set up appointments through the website as well, too, correct?
It'll show you'll be able to browse the available spaces. We don't have that formally on the website just yet, because it is like a internal campus one, mainly for the faculty, because some of the spaces are used by our lecture or our a lot of our course work. So I just have to make sure that some of those larger spaces are available.
I'm sorry. I meant to meet, if they wanted to schedule to meet with you. Can they do that on the website?
You can just shoot me an email with some of your availability. We're still building out the website with a formal scheduling, but we will have that in the future.
And it's very important, thank you for what you're doing. It's so important for our community, whether it's a new business or an existing business. It can be so overwhelming. And I think that people do just get so frazzled with where to look or where to go or what should they do next. And so it's just wonderful that you have vetted people so that people just aren't reaching out blindly. And so with that being said, are you in need of any areas, if one of our members wanted to help be a resource for you, do you have openings for that, and how would they go about doing that?
Yeah, if you're in one of these applicable business services and you're interested in supporting the BizHub, please feel free to reach out at info@cmcbizhub.com to offer your services, and we'll meet one-on-one and kind of discuss your availability to be able to support the BizHub. But yeah, we're very, very open to help, to having that's our goal, is to have the local Cape May County businesses be a part of that network.
So whether you need help or want to help, they can be involved with the BizHub.
And if you're a successful entrepreneur or small business owner and you'd love to be able to support some of these seminars, or perhaps you have an idea for a seminar yourself about, or you really just want to give back and kind of see where you can fit into some of these networking events and seminars we're going to be holding, please feel free to reach out. We'd love to have you.
And speaking of, I do want to say to our audience that you had mentioned Joe Molyneux from the Cape May County Department of Economic Development. He's actually going to be our presenter, our keynote speaker at our February 8th membership luncheon. So for anybody in our audience who is interested, in learning more about what Joe offers, and like you said, you work very closely, I'm assuming, in conjunction with his office. That meeting is open for registration for anybody who's interested, and they can do that on our website at gwcoc.org. And hopefully, Chris, you'll be there so that folks can talk to you as well.
Yep.
Perfect. And is there any final comment that you want to make about the BizHub, or anything that somebody would need to know, like if they are starting, how far in advance do they need to contact you before they want to schedule an appointment?
We have flexible availability, as early as next week. So if you,
Oh,
I mean, there's the best time to start is now. So if you have any questions whatsoever, there's no minimum point that you have to be at. Come as you are, and we'll discuss where you're at and where those gaps are, and how we can fill them. And again, that's you can either go on cmcbizhub.com, and there's a contact sheet that you can fill out that goes direct to me, or you can just email at info@cmcbizhub, or call 609-463-4586.
thank you so much, Chris. I appreciate your time. I'm sure that our members appreciate your time. Again, what you're doing is so important. And I do hope that people utilize your resources because they are there. And a lot of times, like I said, people just don't know where to go. And sometimes you don't know what you don't know.
Exactly.
So I think that, you'll be very helpful in that.
Well, thank you very much for having me. I'm really glad, that's what we're doing right now, just trying to spread the word. So, if anybody is trying to start a business, or anybody has a business and needs help, please feel free to reach out.
Thank you, Chris.
All right, thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you too.